Friends, banking frauds and system glitches pose significant risks. As we all know, there are several scams that have taken place, and both financial institutions and customers are affected. Their trust is affected, and they end up with financial losses. As banking becomes increasingly digital, the complexity and scale of potential threats also grows, exposing vulnerabilities in security systems, infrastructure, and the human behavior. Let's explore some of these aspects and also know what happened in a bank in Ethiopia a couple of years back. Now, friends, banking frauds take many forms: identity theft, phishing scams, card cloning, online account takeovers, and so on. Now, fraudsters often use sophisticated social engineering techniques to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information like OTPs, passwords, or PINs. In more advanced cases, cyber criminals also exploit the loopholes in the software itself, or they use malware to gain unauthorized access to banking systems. Insider fraud, where employees misuse their access for personal gains, is also hugely concerning issue. System glitches, on the other hand, are typically unintentional but can be equally damaging. These include software bugs, server outages, transaction errors, and failed updates that lead to incorrect balances, double charges, or even delayed payments. Glitches may arise from inadequate testing, outdated technology, or integration issues with third-party platforms. In extreme cases, they can disrupt financial markets as well or cause massive customer dissatisfaction. Friends, several customers in March 2024, mostly students with accounts at the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, discovered that they could actually take out more cash than they had in their CBE accounts. More than £1 million was withdrawn or transferred to other banks using the bank's application, according to the BBC report. What happened and how did it happen? Let's find some answers. The larger question here, however, is if this was a system-driven heist. Can it deliberately, be manipulated? The reason given was a system glitch. The students are students anywhere in the world. They simply spread the news of the glitch across universities via messaging applications and phone calls, and that caused long queues and multiple withdrawals. After all, they were never taught that the first and worst of all frauds was to cheat oneself. The bank, which is the financial sector's governing body in that country, on its part, said the glitch occurred during maintenance and inspection activities. However, the simple question is, why did it take several hours for the CBE to freeze transactions when system alerts should have shut down the banking transactions immediately? That this could happen to a bank that was established 82 years ago with more than 38 million accounts beats logic. Financial institutions invest significant amounts and effort in maintaining the integrity and security of their ATM networks, including implementing robust security measures and conducting regular system audits to identify and address vulnerabilities. Of course, at least 3 universities advise the students to return the money back, not belonging to them, that they may have taken from CBE, and that they will not be charged with a criminal offense. But then, how does one establish the crime and how does one recover the money? Investigating the incidences and reviewing transaction logs may help but are extremely cumbersome. Then again, can it happen to our banks? System glitches can potentially lead to anomalies in ATM transactions, including scenarios where more money is withdrawn than intended or authorized for. Such glitches may be due to software bugs, network failures, or hardware malfunctions. In some cases, such glitches might temporarily compromise the ATM security protocols or transaction validation protocols processes, allowing for unintended withdrawals. ATM glitches can potentially cause various issues, including dispensing more money than requested or deducting more money from an account than intended. Glitches in the ATM software or hardware too can lead to malfunctions in the withdrawal process, resulting in errors such as dispensing incorrect amounts of cash. However, if you encounter such a situation, you should immediately contact your bank to report the issue and rectify any discrepancies in your account balance. Additionally, keeping a record of the transaction details and any receipts generated by the ATM as evidence to support your claim is also very important. Even as the students drew more money than they were authorized for, there is another problem. Were you ever unable to withdraw money that you were authorized to withdraw? This is the other side of the coin. Do not be complacent, for it could be an impending fraud, or the reasons could be technical or logistical. Fraud out of this is serious. A skimmer can be inserted into the slot, which could read all your data from the magnetic strip, and then the stolen data could be used to clone your card, and money can be withdrawn subsequently from your account. What can you do? As a rule, check the slot before you insert your card. There are other reasons as well. The ATM may simply be faulty, though as a part of maintenance, banks check their machines at regular intervals, and the complaints received due to technical reasons are solved. ATMs still can malfunction, and however, your money could be safe, for it is auto credited to your account. Logistics wise, an ATM may run out of cash, in which case you will see a message displayed across its screen. If so, any amount deducted is also reversed almost instantaneously. However, the RBI has taken note of the rising instances of ATM cash outs. With effect from 1st October 2021, the Apex Bank has ruled that a fine of rupees 10,000 per ATM will be applicable on the operating network responsible in case cash outs occur at any location for more than 10 hours per month. Fines apart, whatever happened to 100% fault tolerant systems, especially in the banking sector? So what can you do if the problem remains unsolved? Contacting customer care, visiting the branch, escalating the issue, contacting the ombudsman, approaching the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, and finally resorting to legal recourses are all some avenues. Mind you, they're not easy to address. Both frauds and glitches emphasize the need for stronger cybersecurity, robust internal controls, and transparent communication mechanisms. Banks must invest in real-time fraud detection, systems powered by AI, machine learning, conduct regular audits, and ensure proper staff training. Customers also need education on identifying scams and protecting their credentials. Regulators play a very key role by enforcing the data protection standards and mandating timely incident disclosures. While technology enhances banking convenience, it must be matched by resilient systems and also must be vigilant. Friends, that was the information for today. Hope you liked my presentation and hope it will be useful for you in your daily banking transactions. With that, I end this episode with a promise to be back the next Saturday. Until then, Dhanyavad, Namaskar, and thank you.